What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, my name is Kevin, and today we're going to be installing Botslab 4K front and rear camera on my 2023 Honda Civic Type R. Thank you, Botslab, for sending this out for me to install for you guys and review it and give you my honest feedback on this camera and if I would recommend it to you guys. So we're gonna install that, and I have about an hour and a half to 2 hours. My 2-year-old just went down for a nap. So if you're a dad, if you're a parent, you know how valuable nap time is to get things done around the house. So let's get right to it. There's no fluff. We're just gonna get straight to it. It's pretty simple. It's an easy install. Hopefully, I always say that and it always something ends up going wrong. So let's get right to it and let's go. So this is everything that comes in the box. Obviously you got your quick start guide right there. You also have these stickers to align your camera. As you can see, you can put them right there. And if you decide you want to put that on your car, you can. I definitely won't, but it's there if you want it. And this is the camera. I love the packaging so far, and the camera looks super nice. It also has a display right here, so you can actually see what the camera is looking at. And down here you have different modes of setting. I'm sure that's like the picture or the videos to rewatch. And then this is to switch cameras right over here from front to rear. And you're able to swivel this, which is nice. So you can display it however you want on your windshield. So that's that. It also comes with the micro SD for the dash cam itself. So that's very convenient. You don't have to buy a separate one, but if you wanted a bigger gigabyte, obviously this is 64, so you would have to buy that. And then these are the adhesive for the camera, for the rear, and this is for the front. So this is the rear camera that goes on the back windshield. I have our pry tool, so it makes installing the wire in the headliner a lot easier, which is nice. This should be the wire, yep. And if you don't go the Hardwire route that I'm going, you can just plug this up to your cigarette lighter and you're good to go. But if the Hardwire doesn't work, obviously I'll be trying to use this. So we'll see. Let's get right into the install, because we got maybe an hour. Inside the Hardwire kit that they sent out, I'm pretty sure you can also buy this on Amazon. I will link this down below. We got the user manual, so it shows you how to do it. And then yep. So this will go directly into your front dash cam, and then these installed on the fuse kit, which will make it a lot easier to install for the Hardwire. So I don't know exactly where I'm going to be installing the camera. I usually like it like out of sight, out of mind. So if I put it on my side, I'm pretty sure I'll be able to see it, just because it's kind of longer than the usual dash cams that I put on like the Z or the truck that I had. So this one is a lot longer. So I'm thinking of putting it like on the passenger side right over here, and my rear view mirror would be blocking it, so I'll never see it unless I have to. But I think this is where I will be installing it, maybe like right here, somewhere right here. I'm gonna clean the window and I'll show you guys exactly where I put it, but I'm thinking right around here. This is where I decided to mount the camera. I used that ESD sticker that is provided in the box. Put it on the windshield. You can barely see it. It's clear, but it has the dashes where you would mount the camera. It's behind the rearview mirror, so it's kind of out of sight, but I'm hoping that the view of the camera is clear and nothing is in the way, because the camera is on the left, so I'm hoping nothing over here is obstructing the view of the camera. So like I said earlier, we're not going to be using the 12-volt plug-in for the dash cam into the Type R. Trying to hide all this wire into the cigarette lighter in the Type R would be a lot more difficult. Instead, we're going to be using the Hardwire kit that Botslab sent out for me to install on the Type R, and I bought this separate, but this is the Nilight Fuse Tap Kit. I'll have this link down below, and it should make the Hardwire kit install a lot easier. So I'm gonna show you guys where the fuse box is. I've never seen it in the Type R. The fuse box should be under the steering wheel on the driver's side. So let's get straight to it. My son, I'm pretty sure he's gonna wake up any second now. So if he wakes up, he's probably gonna be in the car somewhere. It keeps him distracted, and he loves being either in the Z or the Type R. They're his favorite cars. So we're just gonna get this done, hopefully within the next 30 minutes to an hour. I think the more difficult part would be the rear view mirror, or the rear view camera. So let's get straight into it, because I wanna get this done. I wanna go eat lunch, and yeah, let's go. So my son woke up, so this is probably gonna take a little longer than I expected, but we're gonna get straight to it. To find the fuse box, as you can see under the steering wheel, you're gonna have the fuse box diagram right here. I got my flashlight to make this a lot easier, but as you can see, the fuses are right there. To do is find a constant power to have the camera running 24/7, and then I have to find an accessory fuse to tap into. So I'm gonna let you guys know which ones I decide to go with. For the hardware kit, this is how it looks. The red is gonna be constant power. The yellow one is the accessory, and then the black is the ground. Trying to find a bolt down there is going to be a little difficult, but I'll see what I can find. Obviously, you want to get your fuse tabs, make sure they are the micro fuse or the mini fuse. And I'm pretty sure for accessory, we have to use a 10 amp fuse. All you're going to do is just crimp it down, and same thing with the red. You can just crimp the red onto this fuse tab, and I'm pretty sure for constant power, that's a 20 amp fuse. So we're just gonna put the factory fuse that's on there onto this, and then same thing, just use the factory fuse and tap into that. So it is a few hours later, and I finally put my son to bed. I was not able to finish this while he was here. I had him in the Type R, I had him in the Z, but he got bored and he just wanted to go inside. So I can't blame him, so I decided to finish this when he went to bed, so now I have all the time to finish this. But we finally got the front dash cam, all the wires connected. I got the ground, and then the two fuses. I'm gonna show you guys which ones I used, just in case you want to use them. I don't know if it works yet, but we're gonna try it right now. I'm gonna show you guys real quick, and then we're gonna plug up the front camera, make sure that power's on, and then move on to the rear. The rear, hopefully it's a lot easier. There's already a camera that's installed on the Type R. I think the previous owner just left it, because I did see wire up in the front. So hopefully I can tie the new dash cam wire to that, and then just kind of pull it through the headliner, and it reaches the back, and I don't have to go like fishing the wire through all the way to the front. So if that makes sense, hopefully I'm able to do it, and it's a lot faster. But let me show you real quick, and then let's move on to the rear.
Not sure if you guys can see that bolt, but that bolt right there, I'm gonna try to zoom in when I edit this video, but right there, there's a bunch of grounds on there, so that's the bolt I used to ground The Hardwire kit, I just kind of looped it around and then tightened the bolt. It was a little hard to get to and kind of hard to, you know, get it loose, but I was able to do it. You might have to break your back to do it, but it's possible. So that's where I grounded.
So this fuse right here, that is the heated seat, and I believe is fuse number 48. Right there is a 20 amp fuse. When I ran the volt test, it did have a 12 volt constant power, so that is the constant power that I'm going with. That is the ACC fuse, which is the accessory, and that had a 10 amp fuse. I did add a 5 amp fuse to it too, just in case, but those are the two fuses I use. So number 48, which is the heated seat on the FL5, which there's no heated seats in the FL5, so that's why I went with that one, just to be safe. And then I also went with the ACC, which is number 45, I believe, on the fuse diagram, and that had a 10 amp fuse, and then I added a 5 amp fuse just in case, just to be safe. So I'm gonna plug it up to the dash cam and hopefully it turns on. I'm praying it does, because those are the two fuses I went with, and they should work. So I hope the dash cam turns on, because I'm not trying to go back in there and break my back trying to find a fuse, but they should work. They should. I went off the instructions and it should work. So I'm gonna plug this up. If it works, then we're gonna tuck all this in and be good. Where's the... Well, we got no power. Yeah, that's the problem. So hopefully I figured out the issue. I think I did. I had to look online real quick to make sure that I was connecting the fuses right, and I think I just had to flip the fuse, and I'm hoping that's the issue. So let's see. So the car is off. It should turn on. Okay, so that...
Use the app to connect to the dash cam and synchronize the system time.
So that was the issue. So now we have power to the dash cam when the car is off. So it'll be recording in parking mode. If you guys are having the same issue, make sure you guys double check your fuses. The fuse tab was flipped the wrong way. So I flipped it and the camera finally turned on. That was the issue. Something as simple as that. I know I had everything correct. It's just the fuse tab was flipped the wrong way. So we're gonna move on to the rear. I'm gonna try is to tie the rear camera to this and pull it from the back, so it kind of routes it through the headliner and I don't have to go through and tucking it all the way to the back or routing it all the way to the back. So hopefully that works. We're gonna see. I'm gonna show you guys, and hopefully that makes everything a lot faster. So I'm gonna do that. But so far this is pretty straightforward. It's like any install, any dash cam install. It's just the Hardwire is the step that takes the longest, because if I was just plugged into the cigarette lighter, I would have been done already. But we're gonna do this. Hopefully it works and my theory works out. So let's go. So this is the camera that I'm talking about right here. I have no idea how they wired it through here, but it looks like there's two Phillips. I'm gonna unscrew that and hopefully I'm just able to pull it, but maybe this whole thing comes out. Well, I had to figure that out, and hopefully we can just pull the camera and get the wire through everything. I don't even know where this goes. I feel like it probably goes down through here and somewhere. I'm not sure. Let me figure it out. Hopefully it's something very simple. So unfortunately, I won't be able to finish the install today. I will have to continue this tomorrow because I did not realize how difficult it is for installing a dash cam or a rear dash cam on a hatchback. If you don't install this properly, it's just gonna look like a mess back here. But as you can see, the headliner's here, so there would be wire going from here to here every time the hatch opened, and with that there could be a lot of issues. So the proper way, from what I see, the previous owner went through this panel and fished the wire through here, and it came out through here, and this is where the camera was, and then the rest of the wire went in through this tube and in through the headliner. Simple install is never simple when I have to do it. So I'm gonna continue this video tomorrow. I thought this video was gonna be a lot shorter and a lot faster to complete, but we're gonna wait till tomorrow. I'm gonna try to figure this out. I have a lot to do tomorrow, so hopefully I can get this done. If not tomorrow, sometime this week. If not sometime this week, next weekend. So I was able to get the rear dash cam wire all the way to the back, and it took literally probably like 5 minutes. Did not take long with this, using this, but I went in through this hole right over here where this like conduit, whatever you want to call it, is hose. Take it off, route it through there, and it'll end up to the front windshield, and then you'll just roll it all the way back. And the only difficult part was trying to figure out the hatch. The way the previous owner had this set up, I kind of liked it, or I liked their setup. So I had to figure out, I thought I had to bring the wire through here, but instead there's a hole right over here for the rear wire to this. You would have to use the fish tape to go through here and have it, and you would have to like shimmy it pretty good all the way up here, and then it should appear by this little hole right here, and then you'll just pull this out, tape it to the cable, and then now we're good to go for the rear dash cam. I'm gonna button everything up, but the way I got this up, there's 2 bolts. There's one here, one on the other side. I didn't really need to do the other side, but I took this off, and then I just took the panel. I didn't have to take off the whole panel, so that was good. I just kind of had it, I just popped a few panels up front, and then I was able to reach in here, and that was a huge game changer, that I was able to go from here to here and then route the wire back down and through here. So now I'm gonna button everything up, and we should be good to go, and I'll show you guys how it looks. So it's actually been a couple of days since the last clip, actually several days. I've finally been able to drive the Type R. Everything is pretty much finished. I finished installing the rear camera. I can show you guys. It's pretty low profile, and we just use the same adhesive that came with the dash cam. So the rear camera is installed right there. Not sure if you guys can see that, but right over here. It came out good. You can't even see it from the front, and everything came out pretty good. So I'm pretty happy with this setup. Again, I want to thank Botslab for sending out this camera. I think it's a pretty sick camera. It's very low profile. You can't see the rear camera, and from the driver's seat you cannot even see the dash cam. It's right up here, but if you come over here, obviously you'll be able to see it, but when you're driving, I can't even see it at all. So I'm very happy with the setup. I'm happy how it came out. We did come across some hiccups, but I was able to figure it out. Everything works. So actually, I'm gonna download the app because I have not seen the app, but Botslab has an app for the camera that you can connect to through your phone, and I guess, let me see. So you'll be able to change everything from the resolutions to enable parking mode, which I have, which is nice. Once it detects that you turn off the car and it no longer has power, it enables the parking feature, which is nice. I have it set to, I think it records up to 20 minutes, and then I think it turns off, but you can change that, I believe, to 10 minutes. You can download clips straight from the app, so you don't have to take out the memory card, which is nice. And you can also see live footage from your phone to see maybe if your camera's set up well and you're able to see what you want to see. We're going to download that. I'm going to check that out because I actually want to see how it looks on the app. So we're going to go to the App Store. So we're setting up the dash cam. It's looking for the dash cam. Setting up, it's pretty easy.
Bluetooth device connected.
Let's see. Get started. And we're connected. That literally took like 30 seconds. So right now it's going through an update. Once that's done, I'll show you guys what the app looks like and all the features that come with it. So we're gonna get this update downloaded and then we should be good to go. So the update finally finished updating. It took a while and there's a lot of issues with the app, and I guess that's why it has pretty bad reviews, but once you're on there, it's pretty straightforward. That is the front camera, which looks great. The position, as well as the rear camera. You can see the wing right there. And then the garage door. Let's see if I can focus on that. Yep, there you go. And then you also have the information like the timestamp. Also the altitude, which is cool. And then also the miles per hour, if that's something you're interested in. You can do a screen recording, and then from here you can do all the dash cam settings. Pretty straightforward. The resolution, the brightness, the video logo if you want that on there. The loop recording, I have it for every minute. The speaker volume, all that. You can turn a lot of things off, which is nice. A video.
Stop recording.
Oh. So this is the video feedback. So anything, I guess, emergency videos, loop videos, and time lapse are all gonna be on there. So yeah, I mean, the app is pretty straightforward. So if you're looking for a simple and clean install, I would 100% recommend doing this install with the Hardwire Fuse tab. I think it's 100% the move to do if you're putting in a dash cam, because you get a lot more features and the parking feature is pretty nice. So that's recording 24/7, and then if it detects anything, it will save that file onto the memory card so you're able to see it later, which I think is a good and great feature. So I 100% recommend doing the Hardwire. If not, using the cigarette lighter, that's also good too if you're not too worried about parking and all that. I just kind of wanted that feature, and just the Hardwire just looks clean. I didn't have to use the cigarette lighter, so that is a plus. Before I forget, I'm gonna insert some clips of the dash cam towards the end of the video, but everything I used in this video as well as the dash cam will be listed down below in the description. So if you guys want a similar setup or something I used, it will be down in the description. Go look at that. If this helped you in any way, drop me a like. And don't forget to subscribe. We're almost at 2,000 subscribers. And we have a lot more coming for the Type R. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. It's something pretty cool. And I've never won anything. So winning this is pretty cool. So stay tuned for more Z content and Type R. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace out.